pre-service and post-service music. That's what we're talking about today. I'm Malcolm Cox and welcome to the Sunday Sample, episode 40 for Corporate Worship Matters. Now, last week we posted about what should we sing at the beginning of a church service. What kinds of songs, what genre, what should their focus be? How can we prepare the congregation and lead them into a sense of worship and prepare ourselves as a worship team for that? And I asked for some feedback and I got a message from Funlola, so thank you Funlola. And this is what she said. Let me read to you. She said, I think starting music so people are walking into it is also good. Not walking into a warm-up, but walking into a worshipful atmosphere. That's great, isn't it? Walking into a worshipful atmosphere. So the opening set of songs matters, but what about the atmosphere even as people are walking in? Now, there are challenges with that, depending on how much rehearsal time you have with your worship team. Depends on your setup in your building. But nonetheless, we need to think about that. Wouldn't it be great if people were walking into an atmosphere that encouraged already the thought that we're going to enter a time of congregational corporate worship? But it also set me thinking about how our services end as well. We have a situation in the Watford Church of Christ where we find that as the final song ends and then we break into our time of fellowship, the atmosphere goes rather flat. And it's not because people don't want to be there, people start talking, and that's okay. It's something to do with the acoustic in the room. As we sing an upbeat, energetic, positive final song, we finish and then it's a bit dead. So we've tried one or two things. For example, Charles, our guitarist, continues sometimes to play the guitar while I go over to the laptop and switch out of Keynote into iTunes, select my worship songs playlist and get that running. And then we've got some background music while we have tea and coffee. We've done that from time to time and that does help, but it's a bit clunky. So here's an idea I'm going to try this Sunday for the beginning and the end of the Watford service. I'll let you know how it goes, but I'd like to know what you think as well. I picked on my computer 4 worship songs, put them into GarageBand, stitched them together, exported that to iTunes to create an MP3, and then I put that MP3 and inserted it into a Keynote slide. And that's going to be the first Keynote slide for the church service, a welcome slide, and the final Keynote slide as well. So that when I put that slide up there, there'll be background music playing at the beginning. And then as well, once we finish the final song in the service, we click to the next slide, which is a thanks for coming slide. And it automatically, because it will be set to play on auto, some worship music will begin straight away. Going to see if that helps both the pre-service preparation for worship, but also the post-service moving on from singing together into a time of fellowshipping together, tea and coffee together, chatting together, all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to try that and see if that benefits our worship, and I'll let you know how that goes. But I'd like to know what you're doing. Are you already doing something to prepare people for worship even before the service officially begins? Are you doing anything at the end of your church services to do with music that you feel is particularly helpful? I would love to know. Please leave a comment wherever you see this recording. Leave it below in the box where we can all see it so that we can learn from one another, because we learn best when we learn in community. And then please pass the link to this recording on to one other person who might benefit. Leave us, click the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave us a review if you like. That would be very helpful. It would increase the visibility of these recordings, so more people will see them, which would be good. And I hope that the next time you gather with all of your friends and all the saints to worship our great God, that your experience is what the psalmist said in Psalm 100, verse 2. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs. Take care and God bless.